Right, revolving the war in Ukraine and investment into the country has been at the top of the agenda during discussions at the Union buildings today. President Cyril Ramaphosa is hosting German Chancellor Olaf Scholz in efforts to strengthen relations between the two nations. eNCA senior reporter Siphamandla Goge is on the ground. Let's cross live to him now at the Union buildings. Siphamandla, of course, much of that discussion became about the war in Ukraine that has been leveled by Russia. Tell me what the German Chancellor said in particular. They are looking at actually sanctioning Russia.
Well, he's of the view that many countries, South Africa included, should do more to ensure that they put pressure on Russia to stop the escalation and the war in Ukraine. But it's not as easy as that. All countries have got their interests, and South Africa's position in this regard has been calling for a mediated solution to say all countries or both countries involved in the conflict need to come together and have a lasting solution. Dialogue is the key. South Africa's position, Pretoria's position is still that diplomacy can still work, even though at first instance it failed, since we are in this situation with the war in Ukraine. So the German Chancellor urging, South Africa and other countries to do more in dealing with the situation between Russia and Ukraine, but calling for more action in ensuring that more pressure is put on Russia to stop that war in Ukraine. But both heads of state saying they accept that each and every country is just unique in its own way, is independent, it can take whatever decisions and positions it deems fit and in line with its interests. So in this case, the German Chancellor saying he understands the position of South Africa for calling for a mediated solution, for calling for more dialogue to end the ongoing war. On the other side, South Africa saying, well, we understand the position that is being put forward by Germany, but you need to look at it in context. In this regard, President Cyril Ramaphosa saying we still maintain that what will bring the everlasting solution to this war is dialogue. And basically that point about the conflict in Ukraine has dominated the talks between the two leaders. There were other issues that were discussed, including issues of green energy or green economy, including issues of that just transition partnership between South Africa and the developed world, including Germany, the United Kingdom, the United States of America, and others. Both countries saying they will be strengthening their just transition partnership in this regard. But also they touched on the issues of COVID-19 and the production of vaccine, distribution of vaccines. So it was quite a wide-ranging meeting and talks, if we can put it like that, but they were dominated what is happening in the world currently, and that is the war between Russia and Ukraine. Both parties calling for the solution, saying it's not in the best interest of everyone in the world to have this war because people are dying, but it's also got a serious socio-economic impact, and all countries are feeling the impact at the pinch of the ongoing war between Russia and Ukraine. This is what President Cyril Ramaphosa had to say about that position.
Sanctions that have been imposed on Russia are going to have and are having an overarching impact. Even those countries that are either bystanders or not part of the conflict are also going to suffer from the sanctions that have been imposed against Russia. Now, sanctions that you spoke about that were imposed against South Africa during the apartheid regime were a different set of sanctions. There were countries that supported those, and there were countries that did not support. But in the end, what really succeeded was negotiation. And negotiation brought the end of the apartheid nightmare and the apartheid conflict. And Chancellor Scholz understands the position that we have taken. And of course, on these types of matters, countries take different positions. And our position in the end is what we believe will be the real true solution to the conflict that is going on between the two countries. Engagement, dialogue, and negotiation. I don't see any other way other than negotiation and dialogue.
All right, senior reporter Siphamandla Goge with that report from the Union buildings.